Regardless of your job, there are some basic safe work practices that must be observed by everyone working on the job site. The objective of a safety program is to prevent injuries and to allow you to do your job efficiently and safely. It takes an effort on your part to support the safety program, but after all, that's what it's all about. Right now, let's review some basic safe work practices. All persons must follow these safe practices and render every possible aid to safe operations and be a part of the program by reporting all unsafe conditions or practices to your supervisor or superintendent. The vast majority of work-related injuries are the result of unsafe acts of workers. Anyone known to be under the influence of drugs or intoxicating substances which impair the employee's ability to safely perform the assigned duties shall not be allowed on the job while in that condition. If you are taking medication prescribed by a physician or taking over-the-counter medication, be sure to tell your supervisor before you begin work. Some medication may impair your ability to work or operate equipment safely. No one shall knowingly be permitted or required to work while the employee's ability or alertness is so impaired by fatigue, illness, or other causes that they might unnecessarily expose the employee or others to injury. Work shall be planned and supervised to prevent injuries in the handling of materials and in working together with equipment. Confined spaces can be quite hazardous, since toxic fumes, gases, and other hazards can gather in the spaces, creating a dangerous hazard. If you are injured on the job, report the injury immediately. Don't wait. Report the injury when it occurs, even if you believe that medical treatment is not necessary. If medical treatment is required, it will be provided. Lifting anything, use the power of your legs and not your back. If you keep your back in its natural curvature by bending your legs, it's difficult to suffer a back injury. Inappropriate footwear or shoes with thin or badly worn soles must not be worn. Wear proper footwear and clothing on the job. Housekeeping is important to everyone's safety, so take time to keep your work area clean. If you see a hazard, correct it. If you can't correct the hazard yourself, report it so it can be corrected. When using ladders, inspect the ladder before using it to make sure it is in good condition and will carry the load. Using the proper ladder for the job is equally important. Never stand on the top 2 steps of a ladder, and when using straight ladders, make sure the ladder extends at least 3 feet above the landing or where the ladder is positioned on the structure. Any damage to scaffolds, false work, or other supporting structures shall be immediately reported to your supervisor and repaired before use. Watch out for moving vehicles and equipment on the job site. Often this equipment is noisy and the operator may not be able to hear or see you. You have the responsibility to watch out for moving equipment. There are many more safe practices and rules that could be listed, but it's impossible to list them all. Actually, safety is simply using common sense and good judgment. If something appears to have the potential for injury, then that's the time to take steps to make sure the injury doesn't occur. Teamwork, everyone's cooperation, and a special effort can result in a safe and healthful work environment. If you take safety seriously, you'll have a much better attitude about yourself and your job. Take time for safety, because safety really does make a difference. Thank you.